Welcome to Dollars with Diana. Hi, I'm Diana, and in this episode, I'll be sharing with you if IREN is a good stock to buy. We will be looking at the valuation, the future growth, past performance, financial health, management, and ownership. So you can decide if you want to invest in IREN. So let's go ahead and take a look at the positive rewards. So it's trading at 77% below our estimate of its fair value. Earnings are forecast to grow 96% per year. Earnings have grown 9.4% year per year over the past 5 years. The risk analysis is shareholders have been substantially diluted in the past year. It's a volatile share price over the past 3 months compared to the US stock market. So let's look at community versus my fair value. This is a valuation range from 35 fair values. So the last share price was $11 at the time of this recording. And that's how much I paid for my shares. It was like $11.55 or something like that. And I own 100 shares. So here we have some news around it and community contributors on articles, and if just so you know, it's a Bitcoin mining and data. It has AI data centers as well. So here we have US $16, so it's 27% undervalued at this share price. So we're going to keep looking at this. We have the competitors for IREN is CleanSpark, Mara, Clear Secure, Semrush Holdings. This one looks pretty great on the snowflake analysis, so definitely going to look at this in the future. So right here for Mara is the largest Bitcoin mining company that holds Bitcoin, and I think Hut 8 is like another top 10 holder as well. Price history and performance. So here we have from 2022 to 2024. And you can see, like, even over here in December of 2024, it was $15.39. So here we have recent news. IREN Limited has filed a follow-on equity offering in the amount of $1 billion. And the price target increased 7% to US $20.45. This was in December. We have shareholder returns. For IREN is 1% the last 7 days, US software 3%, US market 3.2%. For 1 year, it returned 191%, US software returned 14%, and US market 24.2%. Let me just take a sip because I've been talking all day. And let me ask you something. Do you have a money block, and how do you know for sure? Take the free quiz down below to find out. All right, let's go ahead and look at stable share price has been volatile over the past 3 months compared to the US market. Here we have about the company. It has 144 employees and it was founded in 2018. The CEO is Will Roberts, and it operates Bitcoin mining data centers. It also provides high-performance computing solutions like AI cloud services. It changed its name from Iris Energy Limited. So here we have the revenue is $208 million, earnings negative $75 million, market cap $2.3 billion. The PS ratio is 12% and the PE ratio is negative 33. So earnings, we have right here, earnings to ratio, cost of revenue 25 million, gross profit 183, other expenses 258 million, earnings negative 75 million, not that great. Valuation, it has a score of 3 out of 6. So the positive is below fair value, significantly below fair value, and price to sales versus fair ratio. The negative is price to sales versus its peers, price to sales versus the industry, and analyst forecasts. So here is the current price, $11 at the time of this recording. The fair value, it's $52. I would love to see it get that high because this is based on 11 analysts, and Yeah, I would be very profitable if it does. So below fair value, IREN is trading below our estimate of $52, and IREN is trading below fair value by more than 20%. Here's the key valuation metric. It is 12 times the PS ratio. Price to sales ratio versus the peers. So we have Mirror Holdings is 10.6, CleanSpark 8.6, SEMrush Holdings 6.5, and Clear Secure 3.2. All right, so here we have historical price to sales ratio. This was 2022, 24x. And here we are in 2025, 11x. Price to sales ratio versus the industry. The industry is 5.6 average, and IREN is 12 times the average. Price to sales ratio versus fair ratio. It's expected PS ratio taking into account companies' forecast earnings growth, profit margin, and other risk factors. So price to sales ratio 24x. So current price, fair price. Analyst predictions over the next 12 months forecast. And do we have any statistical confidence? So we have the 12-month forecast. So let's find where we are now. So December, January 2025. 1 year target price is $20. If we go up, yep, $20. So from here, from 11 to 1 year ahead, $20. And then we have undervalued other companies, Microsoftware, OpenText, etc. Future growth, it checks a list out of 5 of 6. So we have price target increased by 7%, and it just keeps increasing. So that's a good sign. Earnings growth rate is 96%, and EPS growth rate is 104%. Earnings and revenue growth forecasts. We looked at some forecasts before, so let's take a look here. September, January, so it goes from September 2024, it has a negative earnings of 75 million. It's predicting in June of 2025, it would have a positive earnings of 33 million. So we will see, that's what 6 of the analysts say right there. Analyst forecast. Compared to the industry, so we have annual earnings growth. This company is 96%, industry is 16%, market is 14%. The forecast annual revenue growth, the company is 42%, the industry is 12%, and the market is 9%. So it is expected to become profitable over the next 3 years, which is considered a faster growth rate than the savings rate of 2.6%. And then it says the IREN's revenues 42% per year is forecast to grow faster than the U.S. market at 9% per year. IREN's revenue of 42% per year is forecast to grow faster than 20% per year, high growth revenue. All right, earnings per share growth forecast. So there we have, so it goes from 2025 in the negative and all the way up to 2027. EPS 1.40 in 2027, so 2 years out. Future return on equity. It says that IREN's return on equity is forecast to be low in 3 years' time. Other companies and past performance, it did not meet any of these criteria checked. Loss per share, 29 cents loss per share. The revenue and expenses breakdown from 2019 all the way to 2025. So the cost of expenses is $258 million. General administration costs and sales and marketing costs, non-operating expenses, and other $100 million. All right, earnings and revenue history. We looked at that. So we have Free cash flow, negative 800 million per year. That was in 2024. That's not good. Earnings quality, it says that it's unprofitable. Free cash flow versus earning estimates. Yeah, looks like it's kind of bleeding some money. Past earnings growth analysis. This company is 9%, industry is 20%, market is 12%. This company, the last 1 year earnings growth is 21%. This industry is 30%, and the market is 2.1%. Return on equity. It says IREN has a negative return on equity, negative 6%, and is currently unprofitable. Return on assets. These are both in the negative. Other companies, IREN balance sheet health, it meets the criteria 5 out of 6 because it brings a debt to equity ratio 0%, and its total assets and total liabilities is 1.3 billion and 151 million. Financial position says long-term assets is 1.1 billion and liabilities is 5 million. Debt to equity history and analysis. So we have in 2024, debt 0, equity 1.13 billion. IREN is debt free. That's good. So we have assets and liabilities here. Cash runway analysis. Stable cash runway. IREN has sufficient cash runway for 1 month based on the last reported free cash flow, but had since raised additional capital. Forecast cash runway, insufficient data to forecast that. Other healthy companies, IREN's dividend payouts, it does not pay. So let's go ahead and look at management. So Will Roberts is the executive officer, and he gets $12 million in compensation. He has been there for 6 years. He was formerly known as Iris Energy Limited, that company. Daniel Roberts is also, so I wonder if they're brothers, William Roberts and Daniel Roberts, because they have the same last name or related. They both get equally the same amount in compensation. Belinda, CFO, 2.7 years, gets $853,000. That's pretty sweet. Average tenure is 2.4 years, and average age is 44 years old. Board members are the owners and David, board member. I serve as the president of a nonprofit board member, and guess how much I get paid? 0. I end up donating more, and of course my time and resources and things like that to keep the nonprofit afloat. And yeah, wish I got paid, but David gets paid $610,000. That's sweet. Average tenure 4 years, and average age is 41 years for the board members. Ownership, okay, it doesn't really tell me. Ownership breakdown, all right. So general public owns 65%, institutions own 28%, individual insiders 6%. Dilution of the shares, it's been diluted in the past year. Outstanding shares grown by 182%. Top shareholders, this asset management company has 4.5 million shares, and then the co-founders own 4.5 million shares each. This LLP, another person, yeah, between 3 and 4 million each shares. And some key facts is that market cap is 2.3 billion, shares outstanding 214 million, founded in 2018, number of employees as of June 2024 is 144. It is in location, it says US, but that doesn't seem right because right here it says it's in Australia. So I wonder if they have an office in US, because this Yeah, it says Sydney. Yeah, that looks like Australia to me. Listed on the NASDAQ and DB. Company analysis, and then we have more company analysis. Then we have the company financials and all of the reports here, the balance sheets, the cash flow statements, stock prices, etc. And the analysts. Okay. I hope that you found this resourceful. If you did, please hit that like button so that other traders and investors can find this brand new channel. I hope to connect with you soon. Make sure to check out all the links down below and check out this video next.
You better watch shorts.